President Mahama has never been interested in luxury. Indeed, he could also have rented ultra-expensive, ultra-luxury jets in the absence of the presidential jet, couldn't he? But he opted for his brother's jet. The only cost we incur is the fuel.
John Dramani Mahama, Nanuyai. Ebetuja say, according to the Foreign Affairs Minister, Samuel Okujato Ablakwa, Ebetuja say, Ghana, your presidential jet, a copy mu, our France, no. A grandi yadi, a yadema. I say, Anissa. Baya, and then. Yet the baby do Ghana. The baby, you know, and it is the finance minister, Dr. Kesa Ato Forsen, Papano Ekan Sema our church 2026 budget. Our name Ghana for no. Obese ye to helicopters, ana jet at the count. I'm on for a little bit of gas. Sir, presidential jet in helicopters. And where ye may cry the babano. Not John Dramani Mahama. In the second term, I basic 2028. Nane Mrason, Oko, na Onya Kunyasubu. Because, sir, helicopters, any presidential friends, jet na ye babeno. Jeba building from the scratch. Na Ghana defense minister, actually, dear ye pe, edeme soldiers. Amomaye, and it's I'm sorry. Enti enya dia John Dramani Mahama ne nseba bekambu na when a question nuguso ekoso through left right center MPP voice omonti ase na enadua yi Felix Kwakye Ofosu oye communication the president director adema the presidency John Dramani Mahama that was say the only cost we incur using Ibrahim Mahama jet is full. Among for say ombeso muse na John Dramani Mahama, John Kwame Nkrumah, John Ababiu, Papa no Okobrokina Faso, Yesu Oyisu Ibrahim Mahama jet. Otukwan Ediko Singapore, Japan, and USA, Yesu Oyisu Emirates flight. But most of the travels out of the African countries. Oyisu Ibrahim Mahama ni jet a friend jeta jet na so oyisu ye dia ka say Ghana ye boy ye pese we say hey aye MPP the new patriotic party and a demand for a budget for a month aye no jet na say aye mutam na ye use $15,000 per hour at the fly a president at the call different countries. But according to the former defense minister, it is one candidate behind that. Na papa and friend another go fado. O jare flight mu. And then mo amuka sa se na munyaka. Na wan ka biada. But John Dramani Mahama dey any NDC for yi. Ne kura dey saying papa and friend Felix Kwakye Ofosu. What's it John Dramani Mahama jet na oyisoro no aye Ibrahim Mahama ni jet aye fly echo up and down see so up and down they be ekobai John Dramani Mahama and Ghana as a country ye inke course be others they be ye inke course be na enchechemu ewum eni
They have. So you need to look at it within the context of the general retooling of the armed forces. I'm aware that because the MPP itself came under righteous indignation from Ghanaians, because of the way that President Akufo-Addo was renting jets, they are quick. They want to equalize and create the impression that there is some profligacy. President Mahama has never been interested in luxury. Indeed, he could also have rented ultra-expensive, ultra-luxury jets in the absence of the presidential jets, couldn't he? But he opted for his brother's jet. The only cost we incur is the fuel for his brother's jets. And indeed, I will say it again, I have sat in an economy class aircraft with President Mahama from abroad to Ghana when he was president in 2014. So luxury has never been what defines President Mahama.
Eti Felix Kwakye Ofosu oye communication director edema John Dramani Mahama ana say MPP for omu claim say John Dramani Mahama issue a private jet a worth amount of $100,000 of US dollars no enye no kore am say na say jandam ana satinsi yakle omusan yakle ana me say makle dia the next allegation Felix Kwakye Ofosu yadebo NDC ana John Dramani Mahama so mayero ene say ene mubaye mo say sister ministers instead of nanado dangwa ko fado 120 ministers mubaye mo say mo cut down cost but still nan you say ministers enam bu na conversation ko do mati adenti ana say I don't see no new cars have been bought for the presidency and I buy my own fuel. It is sometimes possible to restrain expenditure so you don't suffer so much. So you don't suffer so much. According to Felix Kwakye Ofosu, no new cars have been bought for the presidency and I buy my own fuel. It is sometimes possible to restrain expenditure so you don't suffer too much. Felix Ofosu Kwakye.
How is this being enforced?
It has been enforced to the latter
and observed in government.
Since we came to power. It's been almost a year, has it not? We are in the 11th month, if I'm not mistaken. No vehicle purchases have occurred in this house. I use my private vehicle, as do all the other people who work in this office.
Private vehicle,
absolutely.
But you're entitled to.
Yes, but no new vehicles have been bought. No new vehicles have been bought. Maybe in future, some maybe, but it goes to show you.
But that affects your work.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, Evans, I was driving to your station when I was in a position
to true.
So I can drive in my car to your station.
But if your car is rickety, and it's going to put you at risk.
Well, if I drove that rickety car to your station,
Evans, of the people.
The point I seek to make is that I drove the rickety car to your station when I was in a position. So if I drive it to your station again to do this work that we are doing, it's not a problem. Of course, it helps if the work is facilitated. But I made that point just to underscore the fact that it is sometimes possible to restrain expenditure in order that you don't suffer too much slippages. That if it is necessary, it has to be done. The president announced, for instance, the cessation of the supply of fuel to people in this very house, the Jubilee House, and other government institutions. And indeed, it is significant to the extent that if you analyze the amounts involved, you find that a lot of money is spent in that regard.
Communicator, and I say communication director, and I say Minister of Communication, and the presidency for John Dramani Mahama. Papa just say, now say even John Mahama can't say by the presidential appointees. I don't know John Mahama paya. Oka say, omunfa, omo, a friend is asset declaration, embra. Na yem, omu code of conduct. Omuma no making sure say omu follow code of conduct yede ba mo no the same John Dramani Mahama oka say on chia DSTV ne subscription cost enfama any appointee bia the same John Dramani Mahama oka say ne portrait picture and there all printing bia mo office bia we picture ya he ubetuma print e da office e di ubenkwan dia print for office use the office own money. Free government say be a inflate budget. The same John Dramani Mahama, John Kwame Nkrumah John Ababiu, the same man I say any appointee under the leadership obey the first person will bring any scandal under his name will be dealt with. That person will go to one prison. That same John Dramani Mahama as a ni ministers any ni appointees one and two and family. The ordinary Ghanaians are buying their own fuel plus they are paying energy sector levy 1 cedi per a liter. Enti auto gallon bia now otua per liter 1 Ghana cedis. Adentina we president appointee Now wakatwa woje 28,000 30,000 then dey ho per dem ho a friend say travel allowance wo opese ono John Dramani Mahama ese twesa kadina edema enti o magana forte o ma MPP forte say the person mo kana asem aye John Dramani Mahama no I make sure say wo we ni appointee bia we ni minister we ni CEO we ni director bia no you are gaining nothing when it comes to buying fuels for even car because on one kasa or communication director and as minister of communication for the presidency Emma John Dramani Mahama Nankasa he have to buy his own fuel and so no to the fuel who dey tell who MP who minister who government appointee who expect it unless it's government official appointment whatever you are doing whatever you do in the name of the country you shall incur that cost. I'm saying, Ghana, Ghana will be great. If indeed our politicians are not playing with our emotions. Now, on my way, out was when you say, Ghana is about to do. First of all, about in terms of presidential jet now, MP before make allegation. As it stands now, the President John Dramani Mahama, Sir Ibrahim Mahama, Jata jet not John Dramani Mahama no Ghana is spending 1 Ghana crowd so Sika is spending na A4 cost and e say and say you spending adentina I say spend na me say enti se ma se ya ma beje wo ka na me de wo ka na eko we bia enti fuwa no so beta ma me na se wo beje me ka na odi ko we bia fuwa no wo be se me ana me am sa to ma I think this makes sense. And me na me overstretching. If the president of the land, John Dramani Mahama, ever G either ninya businessman and any philanthropist, our person or a Ghana, your president a favor, no or my a befitting jet. Am I a president? Or my jet he is supposed to take care of the fuel. And I say, hey there. O2 or say to 2 the second. I did that, no. I did neba, and I say, echo neba, graduation. No. Now I say, Ibrahim Mahama, and a tall fool, Edigumana. Let's be sincere. No, where's everything? No, maybe Minamentiase. Sir President, Eddie, a private person, a jet. Now, or the year national assignment, it was near Sika. Jet and fuel, who is supposed to buy? Is it the president or the individual? For me, I think it's the president and the country. And the Ghana as a country, Ghana as large, yeah, and they say your boss I cannot. But some people also think say with no cost yeah. I said Ghana as a country. Yeah, okay, you didn't think na Ibrahim Mahama if I course in say an awarding a photo comment section I say for me. Again, according to Felix Kwakye Ofosu, I say John Dramani Mahama na administration or no presidential appointees. 4 now motor on one say 1 to 4. On 1 and 24. And to Obibia and 24. All because on beso on cutting government costs. Do you think is the right way? Or more government work? I say you subject to that. Yes, sir, a bomb way humano with Omadum fine. And as a babu on chrono. I want to know. Fa watemo fa wataye fa naked truth. Fa to comment section I say. Kawani na. Sire de ntia presidential jet. Ghana buying John Dramani Mahama. Ejifi nua Ibrahim Mahama nchen. Ede amanfo buza say Ghana ye boka say. But according to the presidency, it is a moka bia. Kada boy na say fuel nkwa ane toye. Amanfo say ade to fuel no. Were we supposed to buy fuel? And I say fuel nkwa ane dika say to. And presidential appointees according to Felix Kwakye Ofosu, oye John Dramani Mahama, the communication director, or say government appointees are not even getting full. Is it the right thing to go? Is it the right thing to do? And now say yes, subject to into a government I bet a do almost more corruption. Or comment no, and I'm here. Uya, subscribe, like it, not share my unia so enebi. And we edino aye back up Maxi, Billian, our naked truth, our Oldboga Prez. Macau. Bye bye.